And we say, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard of Ballard Sports Media coming at you with another video today. And we look at the other, and we don't have to say this for long. The second semifinal, second game of the CFP. Why don't we have to say that for long? Because eventually we're going to 12 teams, man. It's happening whether you like it or not. But we still got 4 teams this year. We're going to look at Michigan and TCU in the Fiesta Bowl. Let's go ahead and pull this up, man. Let's get it going. You look at this game going into it. First off, these teams have never met before. So no one owns anybody in this game. This is a first. Both these teams earned their way here. Still coughing a little bit, but we're going to make it through. Both of these teams really earned their way here, man. I know TCU ended up where they did lose to Kansas State, who won the Big 12, who's now in the Sugar Bowl against Alabama. We'll get a tidal wave talk out later this week, too. TCU outside of that game has looked flawless. Well, I don't want to say flawless because that's like saying they're perfect. Nobody's perfect. They're averaging 40 points a game, only giving up 25. Michigan's averaging 40 points a game, but giving up 13. This is going to be a game where it's going to come down to who has the better defense, clearly. I think Max Duggan, being a Heisman finalist, I think he deserved the award. I think he deserved a trip out there. Of course, it went to Caleb Williams of USC. We congratulate him. I thought Max Duggan, because of the story that TCU has had and just what he's done to come out of nowhere, and put up the numbers that he's put up, 30 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 3,321 yards. It's incredible, man. This guy should have got the Heisman in my book. That was not the case, but he has a chance here to show he doesn't need the Heisman. He just needs to win a national title. But before he gets to a national title, got to get through Michigan. Got to do that. These teams, like I say, have never met before. So nobody owns anybody. There is no records. There is no history says. It's literally, can TCU continue their dream season towards the national title and go to even bigger heights? Or does Michigan, because remember they played last year in the CFP winning the Big Ten, did they redeem themselves and win a playoff game after losing to Georgia last year? That's what's at stake. TCU's dream season and Michigan's playoff win. That's what we're looking at, folks. That is what we're excited to find out about in this matchup. By the way, breaking news, or I'm not breaking it, but this is what I found out today doing my research. Blake Corum is out for Michigan. Donovan Edwards got to step up in this game. He's going to be a big factor. The run game with Donovan Edwards, not having Blake Corum, how is it going to impact Michigan, if at all? That's a big question. The spread is in favor of Michigan, 7.5 points. I do think Michigan will possibly win this game. I was talking with a friend tonight, and I said, dude, it would be so cool if Michigan and Ohio State play for the title. But if I'm being honest, man, if it's a year of the favorites, it will be Georgia-Michigan. And we'll see if Michigan can pull it off. But they got to get through TCU. I think for the first time in a few years, both playoff games can be looked at and said, you know what? There's truly a chance for upset. I think Ohio State might be, pissed off to the point that maybe they go and upset Georgia. And then you got an upset Horned Frog that didn't win their conference. They're coming off a loss. So do they pull an upset? Or is it truly a year of the favorites and we get 1 versus 2 in the championship? We will find out. We will see. You look at these teams, Michigan, of course, J.J. McCarthy has looked phenomenal. Was not a Heisman finalist. Didn't deserve to be, I don't think. I mean, I think that he's done good. Maybe not Heisman good. You know, he's had players around him. He's had a defense. He's had a running back. He's had wide receivers carrying him. And I'm not saying that as a diss. I'm saying that with all due respect. I'm not even saying he's systematic. He's mobile. He's got a strong arm. He can read the defense. But he has had Blake Corum, Ronnie Bell. You know, he's had Donovan Edwards. He's had Cornelius Johnson, to name a few guys that you could see in this matchup. He's had players around him carrying him to victory. And that's just, call it what it is. We talk about quarterbacks like, you know, there's something special. And they are, to an extent. There is such thing as systematic. There is such thing as generational. But every quarterback needs players around him, no matter what kind of quarterback he is. And J.J. McCarthy is, you know, example of that. Ronnie Bell, 56 receptions, 754 yards, 3 touchdowns. Cornelius Johnson leads in touchdowns at 6. He's kind of a red zone threat. He's got 30 receptions, not a big playmaker, not like Ronnie Bell is. He's got 469 yards. He averages about 15, per catch. Luke Schoonmaker, he's got 34 receptions, 386 yards. I could go down the list. Basically, Michigan has it. Michigan has those guys, those playmakers. They have the depth on defense. TCU, coming from the Big 12, by the way, has a good defense. They're not too bad themselves. They're only giving up 25 points a game. That's a bit much, but at the same time, I think because of offenses in college football, if you can hold a team under 30, you have a chance in some of these games. They have a chance to do that. Is this one of those games where the first to 30 wins? Yes. I think so. I think it comes down to what quarterback steps up the most, what running back steps up the most, receivers, what offense is going to step up the most in this game. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to watch for. That's what we should expect, is what offense steps up the most. 7.5 point spread, 58.5 is the over under. Michigan won their last 5 games. TCU went 4-1. Here's the thing. Michigan knows what's at stake and knows what it's like to be in these big playoff games. They were in it last year. And they still got some salt in their mouth, a taste in their mouth that's hard to get out after losing to Georgia. They got to, right? Jim Harbaugh's got to have that. But then, what's so intriguing is on the other side, we have Sonny Dykes, who's been on a mission this season, TCU came out of nowhere. I don't remember. Maybe I did predict TCU. Maybe I did do a preview on them. And I think I had them maybe 7-5, 8-4, 9-3. I didn't have them 12-1. No, nobody did. They came out of nowhere, and it's an incredible story. They're also And this is not to say that, you know, like Christian based, TCU is the first Christian university to make the college football playoff. I gotta applaud them for that. As a Christian, that's pretty cool, and I'm pulling for them to win it all. Texas Christian University. In case anyone didn't realize what TCU stood for. No, you probably did. Y'all are smart. Smarter than me in ways sometimes. But TCU, yeah, they're a Christian university. I guess in a way I'm pulling for them. I really am. I'm pulling for Michigan too. Look, I like Michigan. I like Jim Harbaugh. This game is going to tear me apart because I don't know who to pull for. A Christian university or a guy that I think a lot of people have been waiting on to see if he can win the big one. He beat Ohio State. He won the Big Ten. Can he win a playoff game? That's the big question going into this matchup for Jim Harbaugh. Blake Corum is out. These teams have never met. What else am I forgetting? The spread is 7.5 Michigan. I'll say this. I think it comes down to whoever can have the most productive offense, who can have a more productive day, Max Duggan or J.J. McCarthy. I think Max Duggan is a better quarterback. I think Michigan has the better coaching aspect of it. I think Michigan has the better defense. I just think Michigan's a better team. I would like to see TCU win this game. I'd even like to see Michigan. I don't care. Like, that's where I'm at. Because I really just want it to be a good game and may the better team win this matchup. That being said, I'm going to go ahead, folks, and I guess I'll go ahead and give my score prediction out. What I think on it. Who I think is truly going to win. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys this. 31-24. The spread is 7.5. So just over a touchdown. Michigan's a favorite. I don't know if they cover 7.5 and win by 8. I say they win by 7. And I think Michigan could put together a final drive to go up late. And then I think they could have the defense, even though they've been giving it up to TCU all day, they could probably pull it together late in the game and put something together where they shut them down. They say, hey, we've had enough. No more. And we put you to rest. I want to hear from you guys in the chat. In the comments, give me your score predictions. Give me who you think is going to win both semifinals, as I already got out. Georgia, Ohio State. I got Michigan, TCU, and based on what I have, Georgia winning and Michigan winning, my prediction for the national title game, Georgia and Michigan, a rematch of last year's Orange Bowl. Can Georgia go back-to-back? Can Michigan win the big one? We will see. Here's what it can be, folks. Georgia, Michigan. Georgia, TCU. Ohio State, Michigan. After what happened in the regular season. Or Ohio State, TCU, and we get the underdog set. Let's go. Let's have great semifinals. Let's have a great game. Let's go out and watch these. And I hope all 14. I hope, because just call it what it is. We have had some blowouts in the playoff. We really have. We've had some blowouts, not close games, even in championships. I hope this year's different. I hope these are entertaining games to watch down to the wire, leave you on the edge of your seat. Hairs are standing up on the back of your neck, and you're just raving and ranting, and you're going wild because these are going to be good games. I hope I'm right about that. I hope they're that close. I hope they're that good. I just want a good matchup, good, clean matchup. I don't care who wins. My team's out of it. But we'll see. Y'all know what to do. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, folks, Ballard Sports Media. Check it out. Love y'all. Peace out. Jesus loves you.